If you're hearing that, then it's the transfer window opening officially today. So that is the sound. Anytime you hear me shake that, it means that the transfer window has opened. And if I shake it twice, it means we have completed the signing of a player. It's going to be a very busy window for Manchester United, as the future of the coach has finally been resolved. What it means is that we're moving straight into action in the transfer window. So all I've got for you today is what is happening with Manchester United in the transfer window. So today marks officially the commencement of transfers across Europe, especially in England. Today, 14th of June, is the opening of the transfer window. I've got a lot of news on the transfers for you here on this channel on United Today. Jarrad, Branthwaite, Lenny, Yoro, Zexi, Joshua, and a few more names, Michael Olise, are all on the list on United's transfer list. So we'll be getting into all those details, how far all of these have gone here on United Today. If this is your first time watching, please remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and also like, especially that one, like the videos, please. Like the videos for us. It's very, very important that you do that on this channel. Let me make a quick turnaround. When I come back, I am going to tell you how things are going with Manchester United in the transfer window. Alright, thank you very much and welcome back to United Today. Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time, please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Please like our videos and also share your comments with us here on this channel. A quick announcement: we'll be doing a series called the Summer Series. Yes, the Summer Series, where we'll be discussing a few more. We're having exclusive shows to discuss the European Championship as well as the Copa America that's happening in the United States. The European Championship is happening in Germany. So a couple of my other colleagues, Mike Kwame Ntribu, and a few of our friends will be joining us to discuss what is happening in the Euros and the Copa America, as well as all information that has got to do with Man United as well. So this summer is going to be great with us here on this channel. So please remember to stick and stay with us. Let's do this together. Please remember to subscribe if you've not done that, so, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything that we put together for you here on this channel. All right, let's start. So the transfer window is officially opened, so clubs can trade. I mean, clubs have already started signing, but to officially register your players to be able to feature for you, it's today that things have opened up. So it means your deal sheets and other things can go through in the system to officially make people know that you are the player of a particular club. So I will start with some news with regards to some players that have been linked to Manchester United. So today, the ever reliable David Ornstein broke a very important news on a young defender I spoke to you about called Lenny Yoro. Now, Lenny Yoro, as I told you, plays for Lille. Sorry, he plays for Lille in the French league. He's one of the most promising centre backs now, and an 18-year-old seen as a huge prospect. Now, a team, like I told you the other time on this channel, one team that has this young man on its radar and have some sort of a first refusal of a sort, an unofficial first refusal of a sort on him, is Real Madrid. Now, as things stands, Real Madrid are saying that they are not going to pay over and above for Lenny Yoro. Already, they have some defenders in their fold. They had 4 defenders in their fold. But there is a bit of a dynamic that is coming that is likely to change a whole lot of things. But first, let me tell you what David Ornstein reported. Now, according to Ornstein, Manchester United and Liverpool are actively pursuing a deal to sign this young centre-back. And although there is an acceptance that Real Madrid may ultimately win the contest, as things stand, Real Madrid haven't made a move. But I'm going to tell you something that is happening at Real Madrid that I feel or I believe is likely to swing things in their favor. But the news I have for you is that United are pursuing a deal for Lenny Yoro. Now, a deal for Lenny Yoro could be done at a fee of £42 million. Now, it's not just Manchester United. PSG are also strong candidates and are also looking to see if they can make a deal with Lille to be able to sign the 18-year-old promising centre-back called Lenny Yoro. Now, he has 2 years on his contract, so Lille would be looking forward to, and they are ready to do a deal for Lenny Yoro. They are not holding on to him. If a club comes and the price is right and the player wants to move, Lenny Yoro will be allowed to leave Lille to join. Now, why is United in pursuit of Lenny Yoro? Now, United has seen or see Yoro as a unique market opportunity, right? Rather than a fundamental part of their recruitment plans. Lenny Yoro has been described as one of the most promising centre-backs. If you've watched Lille, very dominant, huge, thick, tall, a ball player. I mean, he's got all the attributes to become a future star. And there's no wonder that a club like Real Madrid are in pursuit of him. And this is what the hierarchy at United feel, that he is a young, promising centre-back. And as a result of his talent, they believe that if they are able to capture him, and at that price, is going to help the club in the short, medium, and long term. If you remember, one player who just left Man United, Raphael Varane, was also a subject of the same pursuit some years back. United went close to signing him until Real Madrid came into the picture. Real Madrid priced him away. He later came to United and left the season, but we got him at some stage where he had definitely gone past his prime, but obviously helped the club win 2 trophies in his time there at Manchester United. Now, let me tell you the reason why I feel Yoro is likely to leave and not join Manchester United. One of the reasons is that Real Madrid are likely to sign Real Madrid's captain, Nacho Fernandez, has had his contract expired. And as a result of that, it is very likely that Nacho will be moved on. And when Nacho moves on, there is a space for Real Madrid to sign a defender. And that is when Real Madrid comes in. But it's been confirmed that Nacho will be leaving Madrid. And if Nacho is leaving Madrid, what it means is that Lenny Yoro might be on his way to Real Madrid. But anything can happen. Just keep an eye on that deal. It's very, very important that we keep an eye on that deal. Still, with respect to the defensive reinforcement, clearly we need defenders. We are losing defenders. A lot of our defenders are aging and have to be moved on. Now, the Times Sports is reporting that United have agreed personal terms with Jarrad Branthwaite's representatives. That deal has been agreed. The representatives of Jarrad Branthwaite, the deal has been agreed. Although a fee is still yet to be agreed. Now, as things stand, Everton are still holding on to the 70 million for Branthwaite, but an agreement with the players' representatives means one thing. It means that United believe there is room for a common ground to be, met with Everton, so that the transfer or the deal can go through, so that Jarrad Branthwaite would come in and, bolster United's defense. And he's also seen as one of the young prospects, 21-year-old. Played very well for Everton last season, was part of the England squad that was called by Gary Southgate, but unfortunately couldn't make the cut to go for the European Championship. Very, very promising centre-back, left-footed, can play at right centre-back, can play at left centre-back. Very versatile, a dual monster, as a lot of tacticals would call him. And he's one player that United are very keen. He's English, so there is the English premium. That's why you are seeing a lot of quotes of 70 million. So, but United is trying to see if they can beat the price now. Now, Everton have a very peculiar circumstance. They're supposed to make sales before the end of the month. I'm sure United would be wanting to exploit that part of the deal so that they could see how things go. So that's currently how things stand with Jarrad Branthwaite. But the big news is that United have agreed personal terms with Jarrad Branthwaite's team, and it's likely that he's likely to be taking around 170,000 pounds a week. I mean, which sort of fits the wage structure. A lot of people think that he's already taking about 40,000 at Everton, and this would be a huge rise for the player. But this is how it stands. I mean, you're moving from Everton to Man United, a bigger club, so definitely things would be a bit more higher or a bit more huge for you. So that sits with Jarrad Branthwaite. Personal terms have been agreed, but there is still a gap in valuation between the clubs. Now, it is being reported also that United have already begun talks with Everton and are trying to move things faster to be able to get things done as quickly as possible so that this deal can be wrapped up and in time. Then there's another player that United have been linked with. You know, United will be in the transfer market looking for players to bolster certain positions. Central defense, and then in attack, especially because Anthony Martial has left. He's left Rasmus Højlund as the only striker. So a striker is on the cards. And one striker that has been linked, according to James Darker of the Telegraph, is Joshua Zirkzee. Now, Zirkzee played for Genoa, and he has a release clause of £34 million. Now, as things stand, things are progressing between Zirkzee and AC Milan. But United is trying to get itself into the fray to be able to see if they can get Zirkzee. Now, a lot of work needs to be done on Zirkzee because United's lead striker now is Rasmus Højlund. Now, Zirkzee would have to accept that he won't be the main guy, and that will be rotating or will be playing that position with Rasmus Højlund. A lot of talks have to go on actually, because when you are going into a club like AC Milan, where like the striker in the shape of Olivier Giroud has left, there you go, you are guaranteed to be a starter. But you'll be coming to United where there isn't a guarantee of you starting. So I'm sure a lot of things will go into that. But the news is that United is interested in Zirkzee and can trigger his £34 million clause if they are able to conclude things on the player's side. So that's also one news that we need to keep an eye on. It's very, very important that we look at how this particular news would go on. I would end the transfer issues with one player whose name I've been mentioning ever since, Michael Olise. Now, Olise is a player who has become a huge subject of interest. Now, Ornstein reported that Michael Olise has become a subject of interest from 3 major clubs. Yesterday, 2 clubs, that's Newcastle United and Bayern Munich, requested that they would want to negotiate with Crystal Palace or get permission to be able to speak to Crystal Palace on signing Michael Olise. Now, today, Chelsea have also made a request to Crystal Palace that they want to have the opportunity to negotiate and then get Michael Olise. Remember, last year, Chelsea triggered a deal. Now, why am I mentioning all these clubs? United have always obviously interested, but it looks as if United's interest isn't currently on the attack because already United have 4 right wingers. Although there are issues with all of these issues. Mason Greenwood has to leave. I've told you that he's on his way to Juventus and things are progressing quickly on that deal, so it's very likely he's going to move. And also, some other clubs, Amad Diallo is also available. Alejandro Garnacho can now play on the right with Anthony Dos Santos. And there's Jadon Sancho. So I'm sure the club would like to move all of these. But other clubs have started moving faster on the Michael Olise deal, which makes a lot of people believe or think, well, that's not a priority now. Why should we have to go spend about £60 million on Michael Olise? And Olise won't be waiting. So we would have to see how the dynamics play particularly with this particular transfer. How things will be. Now, remember, Olise has a £60 million release clause. And it's not that direct. You have to, it is structured in such a way that you need to meet the club have some sort of negotiation with the club before you can go on to speak to the player and all of that. The decision will ultimately lie with the player. Look at the project that suits him and see. As it's been reported that he's a Boyhood United fan, but as to whether he would have the patience to wait to see how things go with United and other things before making a decision, we would have to wait and see. So Michael Olise, subject of a transfer among these clubs, would have to wait and see how things pan out with regards to that. I'm ending United today now. That's it. So that's it. Like I told you, please remember, stick and stay with us on our Euros and our Copa America and also all the other news. We'll bring you a lot more news on this transfer. Time is fast, man. I have to go. I'll see you on the next one. Anytime you hear transfer window is officially open. Have a great time. See you on the next one.